Brittany here today with the Refuge Report, the Wednesday live stream here from Refuge, and I'm so excited to hang out with you guys. Make sure if you have any comments, you drop them in, make sure if you have any questions, you drop them in the comments below. Man, it's been a busy day, I will tell you that. We are busy over here at Refuge. We have plate carriers going into production, and we have orders going out the door. We have big orders going out. It has been crazy. I feel like Lauren and I have like 3 heads at the moment because we're just running around doing a little bit of everything. And it feels awesome to be busy and to be serving y'all and to just be doing what the Father wants us to do. So I'm excited to be here with you guys. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat. I'm here to hang out with y'all. And I have some really awesome reviews that have come in lately that I'm looking really forward to sharing with you. So, hi everybody. Hi Rick and Heather and Shop Stuff, Sober Party.
Sober Party said Lorge intro goes hard. Who's Lorge?
He probably meant Lauren. You know that.
Oh gosh, I've been called the Lorax. Now I've been called Lorge.
Travis, drive safely. Thank you for driving and listening and not driving and watching. Keep your eyes on the road. That is best. Beth, I love the burn bucket you have now. It's a new product. If you guys haven't seen, the burn bucket went live into the store. We are currently waiting on our labels to come in, the stickers for the bucket, and then those will start to ship. That was something that Fo came up with. He is great coming up with ideas, and the burn bucket is something he was able to put together, keep it price affordable. It fits in the 3.5 gallon white bucket, but it uses the same lid as the 5 gallon bucket so that they stack with your other buckets perfectly, and that was what we really wanted to design it for. So make sure you check that out. If you haven't already, the contents are listed on the website.
It's so much stuff, Britt. So I take the photos for the website, and today I had to try and like Tetris them into the white box.
Do you still have it over here? Hey, Ren!
No, Fo took it.
Can I have one of those burn buckets?
Can you bring a burn bucket over, Ren? Sorry if I'm loud. Britt and I tried to record a video last night, and it was hilarious, but she and I laughed too loud, and we were just overall too loud for the mics, and then you couldn't hear Mike because he didn't have a mic. So we have to redo it.
Shop Stuff, yes, the OpFac Dangler is now finally released. You don't have to keep asking, and soon Alpine will be available, so nobody will have to ask about that either. We're working on it, and somebody actually, well, not somebody, various amounts of people have been asking for a staged tourniquet option for our vacuum seal kits.
Get on camera. Talk about the burn.
That is an option now. For any vacuum seal kits, you can add a staged tourniquet for like a $5 upcharge, and this guy will actually stage the tourniquets in your kits for you. So, you got the burn bucket.
Look at his crazy eyes.
Oh my gosh, Ren. Ren and his crazy eyes are always something else. Rick Smart, burn bucket is sexy. Hi, Tracy. I miss you.
He doesn't know what to do with his hands.
Show burn bucket.
Oh, Fo should show it. He's the one.
I know he's the one who came up with it, but Lauren wanted you to, so.
We got some saline. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Some saline syringes.
You know what's great, Ren, is that when you were like this, you couldn't see your head. All you saw was your hand.
So you got 4 saline syringes for flushing out any sort of wounds or anything. I'll move your computer. There's a lot in this bucket.
6 4-inch rolled gauze.
Yep.
2-inch surgical tape. 1 bottle of Allocaine. 25 pack of 5x9 abdominal gauze. 10 pack of 4x4 military burn dressing.
A lot of burn stuff.
Another 5 pack of, and this is pretty stout, guys. So there's a lot of stuff here. Another water gel burn dressing.
That's 4x16, right?
4x16.
Yep.
Yeah.
Talk louder, Ren.
A 3-inch, 2 3-inch, and 2 2-inch ace bandages. And 10 4x4 gauze, 25 little packets of burn gel.
It's really fun trying to take a picture of 25 packets of burn gel outside of that bag.
These are the petroleum.
The petrolatum dressings.
Kiss of an angel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, that's what we've been told.
There's 10 of them in there. I have those on mine.
Yeah, they're awesome.
2-inch, 6 2-inch rolled gauze and 2 1-inch surgical tape.
Yep.
And that's what's in the book.
That's a crazy amount of stuff in there.
That's a pretty good amount of stuff.
It's
So,
a
I mean,
lot.
for $300 and to have it like with your prep sitting there, I mean, burns are something that like when you get a burn, if you can treat it at home, obviously if it's not a 3rd degree burn or more, you can treat it at home, 1 or 2 degree burns, something small like that. You don't want to have to go to the hospital to get things treated like that. So carrying, burn gels and, the pads and things like that, especially gauze to be able to cover and wrap it afterwards, take care of it for those few days during the healing process, will definitely save you not only time, but money. So.
Fo brought up a good point. If you were to do that yourself, it'd be $320.
Yeah.
So you're saving. Also, we had an aid rendered come in. Do you remember the lady? The guy had something happen with the girl. I can't remember, but they used an insane amount of burn dressings to cover this man.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
that
I
might
can
be
actually
a good
pull that up.
story to read.
That one did just come in recently.
Is the Angel's Kiss stuff available a la carte?
I believe it's called petrolatum dressing. It should be on the website by itself. But if it's not, it's something on my to-do list is to start adding more single components as a la carte options onto the website. My to-do list is just forever growing, as always. So I promise I will get that done soon.
Shalom, Kermode Bear.
Shalom.
Watching the man pack the bucket. Nice.
Let's see, where is...
Yes, please smash that like button, guys. Help us with Al Gore's rhythm. He doesn't have any.
Like, share, comment, all the things. Much appreciated in the space. Oh, here it is. Okay. So last Thursday, our area in Virginia experienced a strong, sustained storm with high winds, hail, and flash flooding. The result was an extended power outage for days with many trees down, power lines down, and roads flooded. As this is a rural area, our neighborhood was cut off by fallen trees and trees on power lines. They spent their day with neighbors, helping neighbors clear the roads, properties, debris. She received a call later that night from a neighbor's wife that the husband had been burned and that could she please come over and help. So she was at home. She immediately went to the basement, grabbed her Refuge Medical wound care bucket that she knew had the additional 10-pack of burn dressings in it, along with several additional burn dressing sets that she had staged on her medical gear. She took it, she jumped in her car, and she was there with under 10 minutes. She pulled into their driveway to find the victim hosing himself off with cold water beside the house as his wife was in panic. In the backyard was a large brush pile of tree debris. He had attempted to light on fire with a can of gasoline. The issue had been that the gas can had a hole in the bottom and had leaked a line of gas from the brush pile back to the gentleman, so that when he started the fire, he set himself on fire, and what fumes remained in the gas can had exploded as he was holding it. Crazy. She said that she did her primary assessment. She revealed a minimum of 2nd to 3rd degree burns on both hands, both arms, face, and lips. There is a lot more details to the story, but it was basically like very severe burns. And she took all of his clothes off because he was soaking wet from hosing himself off. And she was able to kind of bandage him up, get burn dressings on it. She used the entire 10-pack of burn dressing and some. And then she said when she finished wrapping the burn victim, the first rescue crew arrived on scene, and that was over 30 plus minutes later. Because nobody had called 911 once she had arrived. She had to tell the wife to then call 911. The wife called her and then waited till she got there 10 minutes later to then, so just you're in panic and you don't have a checklist, you don't know what's going to happen.
Could you imagine
in that
sitting
moment
there for 40 minutes? I mean, I've had a burn on my finger and it's like it hurts so much, and I'm, you're like, oh, what can I keep ice on your finger. Could you imagine for 40 minutes having a 3rd degree burn sitting there with nothing? Because the thing with the burn dressings is they really help alleviate some of the pain you're going through.
Yeah.
And especially, I was noticing this morning when I was taking pictures, some of them have the they will kill the germs as they're
antibacterial.
Yeah. So it keeps it from getting infected.
Yeah, she did say in total the local fire department responded in force with a battalion chief, 2 fire engines, 2 ambulances, and ultimately a life flight to the burn center is what had to happen. She said burns are life-threatening, especially if they are to the face, hands, or genitals because of the downstream reactions of the body, airway swelling and shock, and to take them very seriously. She praise the Father, she was prepared and she knew what to do. She said she inspired to become a paramedic after she took the essential responder course, and that she, plans to come back into class. She's now working on being an amazing EMT and incredible at, I'm working on learning to become an amazing EMT and incredible at basic life support while supporting my local community. Thanks, Bear and Refuge Medical. To the Bear Nation, stop thinking about doing the thing and go do the thing. So that was a super cool email.
And you know what's awesome is that she knew what to do. She went straight to the basement. She got what she needed. She got all the extras. She's the one that dressed him. She's the one that wrapped him.
Yep.
And she potentially, I mean, it is an aid rendered. I'm not saying it's a life saved, but who knows? Like, what if they just had a hurricane? What if it had taken an hour? What if it had taken 2 hours?
Yeah, and she said that because of all the work she did prior to higher level of care getting there, as soon as they got there, they were able to like wrap him up and life flight him away. They didn't have to do all those things like taking all his clothes off and checking all his vital signs and things like that. So if you know how to do it and you are trained to do it, do it. Don't overthink it, but if you don't know how to do it, learn how to do it. Get to a class near you, come to our class here in Oklahoma. We just posted several new classes for the winter and springtime. Like beginning of the next new year, we have more coming in February, March, April, as we start laying out the calendar for next year. So get to class because you learn some awesome skills that you just never know when you're gonna need them. A saying that we always have said here and that TJ says is like, you are the only person that's going to be at 100% of your emergencies. I'm not going to be at your emergency. The doctor's not going to be at your emergency. You will be at your emergency. So make sure you know what you're doing, that you're trained, you have things on you. We've been really focusing a lot on preparedness for National Preparedness Month here in September, and we just are wrapping up our EDC week, and it is really vital to actually carry useful items on you every single day. Don't just have a Mary Poppins bag of everything in the kitchen sink.
Why not?
Because then you can't find the things you need when you need them. It's
Mary
funny,
Poppins did it.
Lauren and I were recording a video last night about our EDC, and we were doing a little bit of a fun part in the beginning, and she has everything in her bag. Like even the stuff that she like added for jokes, there was still stuff in it that was in it prior that was hilarious. And I'm pretty sure she stole all of my pens because she had
that was the pack
18
you bought
tens.
for me. No, it wasn't. It was not 18. It was more like 8.
Sorry,
and you
8
bought me pens, remember?
I had one pen in my, but I had a little crossbody, and she has like a full purse. So,
yeah.
Our
I'm
EDC.
about to switch to a backpack.
But it shows that you need to tailor your EDC to you.
Yeah.
I can recommend, based on after you tell me your life, what you should carry, but I can't tell you like this is what everybody should carry all the time because everyone's a little different. I have kids, so I carry Slishmans and Band-Aids. I drive a vehicle. I have the Rescue Me.
Donna's in the chat. She said, hello for the refuge poster child for burn injuries. So thankful I had burn dressings when the firework blew up on my leg.
Yeah, did you share that video yet? Have we shared her testimony?
Shared.
Okay, so that video is on YouTube. It is Dawn, one of our sales directors and affiliate side. She had a burn. She had a firework come at her and explode into her lap. And she had burns in between her thighs and had to treat it with burn dressings for, I think, like at least a week or two. I don't think it was just a day or two. I think there was some extensive healing that she had to go through. So make sure you check out that video because it was an awesome testimony of a real life person with real life application of accidents happen.
She wasn't even the one doing the fireworks.
Yeah, it was across the street or something. Yeah.
So we have someone in the chat named Cowboy Bob.
Okay.
Bob, is that you? You're supposed to be on vacation. I'm just kidding. It's probably not him.
It's probably not. He would not pick Cowboy, I don't think.
Hey guys, love the products and the discussions as well. I retired several years ago from EMS and I find these a good refresher.
Yes.
So that's cool.
Yeah, that is awesome. Those are great things. I was just reading through reviews and Lauren picked these ones out that have kind of come in recently as we start talking about training and kits and stuff. So Matthew shared that he had just completed a 2-day essential responder course, 2 solid days of teaching coupled with hands-on actual situations where we immediately apply the practical skills we learned. The instructors come from occupations, paramedic, military, law enforcement, etc., where they used the skills regularly that they trained us on. Best of all, because of the students, the instructor ratio was 5 to 1. You get immediate feedback on what went right, what to do to improve, And if you ever wanted to get hands-on learning in first aid and get dirty in the process, Refuge Medical Training is where you need to be. I think it's funny he put in there, get dirty in the process, because we definitely do a lot of dirt medicine because those things happen on the ground. If somebody is hurt, if somebody is injured, they're normally laying or sitting or something on the ground, and the ground is dirty. So you have to be okay with being dirty. Blood is dirty, you know, fluids, things like that. Like the medicine field is not like a, yes, their hospital part is sterile, but out in the field, you know, it's not a sterile environment. So you need to be okay with getting down and dirty and taking care of the problem when it happens.
Haven't we heard someone say that they kept the tourniquet in a wrapper to keep it sterile?
I think
Like,
so.
First of all,
Well,
it's
because
not sterile.
It's labeled sterile, I think, on the packaging, but once you take it out of there,
Yes,
obviously it's not.
But whatever caused the injury is already not
Probably not sterile.
anymore.
Yeah, for sure. I actually so I probably shouldn't have my email open because emails come in all the time, but I actually just got a review in the email. Just wanted to send a heartfelt thank you for all of your amazing work you do and the inspiration you've given me to dive deeper into first aid. As an international customer, that's cool. A proud member of Bear Nation, Refuge Nation from Croatia. Wow. I've been learning through the trauma medicine playlist on YouTube because there's not any in-person TCCC training available here. So Croatia doesn't have any in-person TCCC training over there. Recently, through a local company called Wolfpack Solutions, we started to offer TCCC courses, mostly for military and special police, but luckily they've opened it up to civilians too. That is awesome. I jumped at the chance and it was an incredible experience. It was great to finally get some hands-on training in high-stress situations. I can honestly say without your inspiration, knowledge, and the awesome kits you make, I probably wouldn't have had the confidence to jump in like I did. Thank you for everything you do, and it really makes a difference in this world. That's super sweet. I love Refuge Nation. I love you guys. Like, we could not do this without y'all. We wouldn't have been able to grow from that barn in the back of TJ's house to this 8,000 square foot building to having our own sew team in-house and making plans. We just made some really big goals Monday morning as a team, and I'm super excited for them, but oh man, it's going to be a ride, and we're just going to need to hold on tight and love the Father through it all because he's got us.
Pivot.
It's not necessarily pivot. It's like jump in and hold on because we got big goals of saving lots of lives and spreading the awareness, you know, of first aid and how if you have blood in your body and air in your lungs, you should be carrying something for it. And just, it's something that people think, like, if I get hurt, I just call 911 or I just show up at the hospital or the ER. And unfortunately, with the way our world's getting, it might not always be an option. And you can't always expect them to just show up when you snap your fingers. It's not Hollywood.
Look at the rural area.
Yeah, rural areas. And do you think any emergency response is going to make it in less than 120 seconds? And that's all you got, potentially, if it's an artery bleed. So it's one of those things, it's like, it doesn't happen like it does in the movies. There are real world situations. We just had an accident happen here in town that had three high school teenagers in the vehicle, and one of them had to be life flighted out, and all three of them had to go to the hospital, sustained major injuries. One of them can't move for 6 months. He's on full bed rest with hundreds of broken bones and just extensive injuries from basically being T-boned. They pulled out and the car was going over the speed limit and they got hit. And all three of those were senior high schoolers. That now their senior year is changed forever because
they're alive, though.
Accidents happen. We just never know when it's going to happen. My dad always taught me in driving that I needed to drive like everybody around me was trying to hit me, that they just didn't know it yet. Because you never know if Sally next in the vehicle next to you is texting or, is turning up the volume or picking something up off the ground and swerves over in the lane. You can't predict those things. Accidents just happen. So, are there any questions?
Wow. Shannon West said, I was burned in an explosion, ended up with a saline drip over the gauze covering my face. I had cold water and dunked myself instantly. Saved my face, but my uniform stopped the fires at my hat.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Just never know.
I mean, and burns are so painful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So painful.
And I remember I didn't read that full story because there was a lot of in-depth stuff, but the gentleman who was trying to burn the brush fire, he actually, at the point where, he didn't feel the pain in parts of him because it hit the nerves.
Oh.
And he was saying, like, my arms don't hurt, and she could visibly see the 3rd-degree burns on his arms and how that meant there was nerve damage because he thought he was just fine in those places. And it's just one of those things, like, burns do crazy things to the skin, especially when they get deep. So I know that I've used burn dressing in the last few months. I used the little packets because I had my 1-year-old on my hip while I was cooking, and he just happened to reach out and touch the cast iron, like, barely. He didn't even really blister. And I really think it was because, 1, he just barely touched it, but 2, I keep my burn dressings right above my oven and stove in that cabinet. So I was able to pull it down, apply the little burn gel to his fingers, and then, you know, he was good.
Show him those little packets, because I actually didn't even know we had these, and I work here.
They're in the Boo Boo wipes. They're also in the OTC wipes packet.
Are
there
those
they are.
Gel? Is that what those are?
Yeah, so this is a gel. It is the Burn Shield gel.
These are like perfect
and it has, I'm almost positive it has, yeah, it does, tea tree oil in it.
Yes, I love the way that one smells.
Yeah, so it has tea tree oil in it, which is a great healing property if you know anything about tea tree oil. But the packets are like super small, super easy, on the go, throw in your bag, keep in random places. I know I have them in my Boo Boo kit, which stays in my diaper bag. I have them over my stove. I have some in my vehicle. You just never know. So I just try to keep a little bit of everything, everywhere.
Let's see.
Anyone? I don't have the chat up.
I'm
Let's
putting
see.
the burn kit link, guys, in, or the burn bucket, I mean, into the chat.
See my question above. I just got a desk kit and a bleeding control kit. Awesome. They're in sturdy packaging, but have to open the package to stage the tourniquet. Leave sealed and unstaged. Yes, so we actually, this is something we just implemented recently. You have an option now to upgrade to getting staged tourniquets on our vacuum seal kits. In the past, we kept them and will continue to keep them in the packaging unless you opt into getting them staged. And that is just so that everybody knows they're real, genuine tourniquets. They come from the manufacturer. They're, you know, in the original packaging. They're not some, you know, Amazon, Temu, things like that. Tourniquets. And also, we wanted them to stay in the right condition in your, wherever you're keeping them, desk or backpack, things like that. We always say that that shouldn't be your primary tourniquet. If you only have those 2 kits, you should have an external tourniquet separately. But if that's your only tourniquet, you know, you need to make sure things are staged properly. So that is one thing we're always trying to improve based on what you guys send us, you know, your thoughts, your opinions, concerns. So that is now an option that we have seen and been able to change. But I definitely agree on that. You want to make sure you have a staged tourniquet of some sort that's not in the vacuum seal container and things like that. You're welcome. I hope that helped. Uh-oh. Across the table with Bob's here. Hi, Bob. Go back
Get
to
out.
vacation.
You're on vacation.
Toss
heck is going on
in
here?
iodite for the burn bucket?
Iodine. I bet they mean
Oh, iodine. Okay. I was like, iodate? I was thinking potassium iodate, and I was like, why are we putting, but no, I see what you mean. Oh, now everyone say hi to Bob in the chat. He is on his vacation for the week, so he's enjoying all the extra family time with us. And, you know, you just get me every once in a while, and that's okay, too. So, we are
Oh my gosh.
growing up, what was his name? Mike Rowe.
Yep.
That was something that, like, really opened up my
Real
eyes
guy.
into the workspace and careers of, you know, all the different possibilities. All I ever wanted.
It's a song.
I was like, oh, I have 2 other kits with tourniquets. There you go. Good job. All the tourniquets. 2 is 1, 1 is 9. Got to get to class. We're learning eye emergency today. Love y'all. Bye, Commode.
Eye emergency? Oh.
We got to learn suturing and knot
Yes.
tying with an awesome local, you know, fellow friend. And that was super cool because we got to use the practice pads. In case you guys haven't seen them, we have a practice suture kit on the website, and that's actually what we used when we did class. And there's some awesome YouTube videos. We don't have any specifically, but there are other people on YouTube that if you just looked up practice suturing, there are videos that'll show you the knots and show you the stitching. But you can grab the kit from us that then you can follow along in the video. I think he's unpacking still.
From what? FTX?
Okay, if you guys have any questions, you can throw them in the chat. I just ordered today at lunch. Congrats, Brandon. What did you order? I mean, I probably could pull up your order and see, but I'm just curious.
I'm already there.
Was it a burn bucket?
He got.
Oh, I see 4 items. Okay. Ah, he got the chipper patch.
And he got the suture
And
kit.
the practice suture kit and a Sawyer
Nice.
Mini. So those, if you guys also haven't seen, you didn't see the newsletter last night, the chipper patches are back in stock. We do have a limited quantity, and you know, it's just something that's not always available. So make sure you go ahead and grab that. And we have some awesome patches coming soon too that'll probably be released sometime next month, or we will release them in November. But it's definitely, we're trying to, you know, up our patch game with useful and super awesome patches. You can never have enough of them. The suture kit you were just talking about and some other stuff, I forgot. Brandon, your order should go out today. They are working on, you know, filling orders as we speak. Shalom, Robert.
South Africa, what's up?
Ah, we got all the international. I haven't seen Iridium Group, but I'm sure he'll pop in at some point.
Did you
Our
see Cam's comment?
Canadian friends. I just saw Cam sign up for this class. The radio operator class, I'm even excited for. And I've taken a few beginner radio classes, but I'm really excited for the instructor. I'm excited to have like new instructors, you know, subject matter expertise, come and hang out with us, teach us their awesome knowledge, and be able to teach you guys. I'm always excited for class. What I'm probably most excited for at this moment is going to be the one in December. It's the Mommy and Me class. I have 4 kids. I love training with them, and I'm excited to be able to pass on the knowledge and the like space on how we would train with our kids and with moms and dads. So make sure you check out that class. It is a Sunday. If you'd like to come. What you got, Fo? You gonna show that off?
I know if you want to show off
Oh, that one?
the suit.
Yeah. You gonna show it? It's not available on the website. It's only a custom faux purchase right now. It's called the suit. It's a slit kit with a soft tee in it, right?
To come over for the bucket.
I know.
So.
You gonna show it?
Do they want to see it?
I don't know. Do you guys want to see Fo's custom kit? It is called the suit, and it has a staged tourniquet in it. And that's something that is super cool.
The suit stand for something?
No, it just fits in a suit jacket.
Gotcha,
Like it's
okay.
designed to fit there. I don't think it stands for anything, does
I
it?
know, it was like sport
There's no
utility.
acronym. Us and our acronyms. There's always
Do you have
something.
an inside pocket on your suit?
No. They're saying yes.
Yes, a lot of yeses.
Hemi, I'll answer your question in a minute after we show this off. You don't want to tell them what's in it? You're just going to show it.
Chest seal, duct tape, compression gauze, emergency blanket, 4-inch trauma dressing, and a soft T tourniquet. All
You
to
might have
go
to repeat that, Britt.
in the inside suit pocket. Put it in the inside suit pocket.
Doesn't, I mean, it would fit right there.
Yep.
But it's got chest seals, flat duct tape, ETD, survival blanket, compressed gauze, gloves, and a soft T tourniquet. Right? Everything in it? So if you would like that, if that's something you're interested in, email Forrest at Refuge Medical, because that is a custom kit he is working on.
Under $100.
Under $100. He's really good at keeping things nice and compact and affordable. Hemi, he is, the radio you're getting at class is a UV5R. He will teach on the FT65s as well. So if you have a radio, you can bring it to class, and then you're also going to get that one radio that he'll be teaching on as well. Rhonda said, nice kit, Fo. Let's see, I know how Bear added the trauma shears along with the shark to the ankle kit, so I ordered that with the chipper patch along with other items. That's great, Scott. Those chipper patches are going fast, so make sure if you want them, you grab them. I think I ordered the wrong kit to dangle on my plate carrier, but I can put it on the back of my headrest. Which kits did you order, Saucin? Because the OpFac you could put as a dangler on your plate carrier, and the Travel Fac is the one that goes on the headrest. So if you just need the dangler, it would cross-match with the OpFac, or the Travel Fac, I mean. The dangler works for the Travel Fac and the OpFac. So just let us know which kit you ordered, and we can see and recommend things to help you there. Will there be a Zoom call access to the radio class? I don't think so. I think it's going to be just an in-person class at this time, but that's definitely something we can keep in mind for the future. Ace McLean just said, hey, you guys, just made an order. Whoop, whoop. Hey, Rick. Okay. I love to see you guys like chatting with each other in the chats because that's really Refuge Nation. We are a community of people, like-minded, have, you know, a lot of the same core values and things in life, and we're just here to help each other. I know I've learned a lot from you guys, so it's definitely been an awesome experience to be a part of Refuge Nation all together.
They make our jobs easier.
Yeah, they do.
It's amazing to see when you guys come to our defense. Like every once in a while, a troll will come along, you know. And my job is to be peaceable with people. Like even if someone's being a troll, I tend to try to hit them with kindness if I'm on socials or whatever.
Yeah.
But boy, I tell you what, Refuge Nation comes to the party and they will say what needs to be said.
And if you guys weren't here last week, Bob put out a challenge about if you see other companies who just have like Chinesium stuff, low quality, you know, gear that we obviously are not the standards that Refuge, you know, has, and we want to make sure they're life-saving gear and it's high quality. If you see companies like that, just start, you know, throwing Refuge in the comments, because there are people out there that are looking for first aid gear and they just don't know. They just don't know that the cheap stuff is gonna not live up to their expectations when they need it most. And that's one of those things that, like, I would not want to be in that moment where I needed to put on a tourniquet to somebody and the tourniquet broke. Like, I could not imagine just that moment. So we want to make sure we are spreading the awareness and the just overall reason on why high quality medical components matter. There's some things you just shouldn't buy cheap. You shouldn't buy a parachute as the lowest quality, cheapest parachute.
If you're gonna get it off of Temu, really?
Yeah, if you're gonna jump out of an airplane, you should not go buy your parachute on Temu.
No.
Or Amazon. I'm not saying everything on Amazon is low quality. I'm just saying there are certain things. Like tattoos. Who wants to spend, like, I want the guy who's going to charge me the cheapest for a tattoo. Like, it just never works out very well. Rick is the reason, the big reason why we got Arctic, but we are making it available for everybody. That will be one of our Black Friday releases.
Yep. Good job, Rick. He's been fighting
2
for that
years.
Arctic.
I know, Rick. Every time we've talked to Rick, 2 years. Hi, Dustin. I know I'm not Bob. I'm a little better looking.
You're not
and
Bob.
I'm a female, so I am not Bob. I am the director of operations here at Refuge. I just do a lot of the admin work behind the camera. I love how Tango Down, love informing people on, yeah, thank you, Tango Down. If you could just throw us in the ads there on any of them, it'd be great.
Because we can't do that.
Yeah, we can't do that, but Refuge Nation can. Oh, Sasson, you got the travel fact. So if you're okay with it being red on your plate carrier, it will work with the OpFac dangler. The OpFac and the travel fac are the same outer bag. The contents are what's different, obviously, and the color. The travel fac is in red. The OpFac is in all the cool tactical guy colors. But the dangler does work for the op or the travel. So that is completely up to you. You can remove all of the, you can remove the headrest strap from the travel and just put the dangler there and put it on your plate carrier. I just got fact smack on other company stuff. Sure, going to be thankful you saved a few bucks as you bleed out.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, what kit, if you're on the Arctic Camo team and you want a kit in the Arctic Camo, what kit do you want to see us make it in? Because this is something like, we just can't make every kit in every color, especially when we do limited releases. We only have a limited fabric. So Lauren's gonna put up a poll, and I'm curious, like Bear Fac, Bear Min, Belt, Op, Adventure, you know, what are those ones you wanna see that Arctic Camo in? I know, Rick. I know you want the Bear Fac. It is on a sticky note on my desk. Rick Smart, Bear Fac. It's coming.
I can only choose 4 kits, so which 4 should I choose for them to do a poll? Bear Fac, obviously.
Yeah, I'd go Bear Fac, Op,
SOB, maybe?
Yeah, SOB and maybe adventure. I think Bearpack will probably
Ooh,
win.
the adventure kit.
It's got to be an on the body kit. Op or belt are my request. I definitely think op is going to make it on the list. And we're going to work on having options that are just the bag only for people who already own the kit and they want to just switch out their outer pouch, because we know that the Arctic camo is kind of a seasonal kit, or a seasonal pattern, I should say. Arctic camo birthing bucket? Really?
Mhm.
You're so funny.
So far, the Bearpack is winning at 33%. Oh,
I was going to say OpFac will
the
probably...
adventure is winning now.
Oh, man. You guys really want an adventure in the Arctic camo? I am so surprised.
You got to accessorize per the season, okay? They need a winter bag. They need a summer bag.
I just don't feel like you would... I don't know. But I'm excited for the other pattern we're bringing in, the patriotic one.
No, don't tell them.
I'm so excited. I have...
We haven't shown... Did we show a swatch? We did, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We did the poll. Rick has been fighting for the Arctic camo as long as I've been fighting for the patriotic fabric. So I just want you to know, Rick, it's not just you, okay?
But you're both getting it.
We're both getting it. Yay!
Terry in the
Lauren knows
background.
what's up. I do it for the LOLs, y'all. Yes, you do, Sober Party. We know. You know. Okay, so I'm going to share one of these other, while you guys are putting the poll in there, I'm going to share one of these other awesome reviews that have come in recently. Over the past 2 years, I have bought 2 IFAC kits and 2 different types of tourniquets, in addition to the Cat Gen 7 tourniquets included with the kits. Product and service are excellent. However, I didn't know how to use my stuff, so my wife and I just attended the training Monday at the Refuge Medical building in Spiro, Oklahoma. We learned a lot from the scenarios and the teaching. If you don't know how to stop a major bleed after this class, you didn't pay attention. Of course, stopping the major bleed is only part of it, but we found out bleeding out is the major cause of many deaths. So I guess it's sort of important, you know? The patient must then get to the next level of care. Staff was accommodating and excellent in all aspects. We also purchased 2 more kits after the class. Now my wife carries one in her car and I carry one in my bag, which I take with me everywhere, and I also have one in the vehicle I'm driving that day. My wife and I look forward to hopefully taking a more advanced class in the future. Thanks so much, TJ and staff. We really enjoy classes when they happen here.
They're so fun.
It's a lot of fun. We get to meet, we get to hang out, we
Yes.
get to do hands-on training. I enjoy, being a part of the role-playing and the scenario-based training, giving the feedback and being able to hang out with y'all and get to know you guys. We've met some really awesome people. Even when we were on the road with Refuge Training, we've done so many baptisms. It has been a humbling experience, to say the least.
Can you guys believe, just really quick before we move on, it's the end of September
I know.
of 2024.
I know.
Like, what just happened?
Crazy.
It is about to be 5 years since the big C happened.
Mm-hmm. Will the Mastiff survive outside but undercover in the winter? Okay, yes. The Mastiff should be just fine. The only thing I would keep an
100%.
eye on is the IV fluids in it. If it gets below freezing and stuff like that, that's my only, I'd keep an eye on it.
I had my slick kit out in the sun.
You did.
Maybe snow.
But the
and
bag
rain.
will be just fine.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
the
Ren
adventure
had
kit bag?
his SOB on the back of his bike for months in the rain, never took it out.
For sure.
Burn bucket
You didn't
is
let us
awesome.
choose all of the above.
Sorry, they didn't give me that option.
How will the various IFACs work with the soon-to-be released plate carrier and possibly the saw rig?
They don't know it is released.
So the plate carrier is released. It is a pre-order with a 6 to 8 week lead time. And multicam, I think, is sold out, if not really close. And then we have Coyote and multicam available. So there's 3 colors right now. We will have more colors in the future. Those are just the 3 we were starting with being the most popular. And we wanted to see how you guys liked them. So those will start getting sent out in the beginning of November. The OpFac has a dangler attachment. So there's a dangler piece that works with the plate carrier, works with any plate carrier that would hold the OpFac. You also can run things like, the SOB, the belt. It all has the MOLLE. It's MOLLE compatible across the board. And I do know based on you also said the saw rig, if you do a bare min inner pouch stuffed, it fits into the saw rig. I have heard that from people. So you can always email admin at Refuge Medical. If there's ever something that you would like that isn't available on the site, there's some really cool people that answer that inbox that will help you out.
Real people, not
Real
AI
people.
bots.
Most of the time, yours truly.
It is so frustrating when I need help when I'm doing
Mm.
something I'm learning and I have to use their chat bot and I'm like, I just want
to talk to somebody
person.
like a human and
Person.
a human I can understand. I know like
Yeah.
accents are sometimes hard and things like that, but
Yeah.
just somebody who understands like where I live, what I'm doing, what I'm like it's just one of those things. I want to be able to talk to somebody and get real time advice. The IV stuff is what I was concerned about. I'll just be sure to take that stuff out in the winter. Thanks. You're welcome, Shop Stuff. I did just get permission. I had to ask permission from somebody who sent in an email this morning, but he did just text me and say that he is good with sharing it on the live stream. Please use any or all of my email. Okay, so this is a long one, but it was really a cool thing. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna try to read it. So it says, TJ Morris, Bob, and the rest of the team at Refuge Medical and Training. My name is Matthew. I attended the ER course September 1st and 2nd, which is our 2-day full essential responder course. It says, I came to the class with nearly zero medical experience. He had Band-Aids and athletic tape. What I got from the course has been life-changing. Allow me to explain. I arrived at the Refuge HQ ready to take on the challenge of learning something new. I wanted hands-on training for the skills needed to help. I also had this dark emptiness in my heart, and I felt that going to Refuge and taking the course would give me an opportunity to talk to people about the pain in my soul and feelings of worthlessness in the eyes of Yah. I slipped a note to TJ and said I needed 2 minutes. He graciously took the note and said he would read it later. My timing was poor, and TJ had a more important situation to go to. He had a passing of somebody that day of class, so he was only here for the part of the day. So he said he didn't get a chance to talk to him, but he now realized that Yah wanted me to talk with someone else who was there who would help me see. He said, I failed to complete the army crawl under my classmates during the exercise. Memories flooded back to when I was in school and repeatedly got jumped and my ass kicked. Next, I failed to apply what we were taught in the mass casualty exercise where people were down in the building. I was fuming. I was mad at myself and my performance. This is where Yah introduced me to Striker Cade. If you guys have been in the chat long enough, you know who Striker Cade is. If you have been able to come to class, he was at the last essential responder class as a, what's the word I'm looking for? As a instructor, as a cadre. That's what I'm thinking of, as the cadre. Striker Cade called me out in front of the class. He called out my emotional attitude and called me out on never being effective going forward if I allow my emotions to come out in such a manner. After the break for lunch, I approached him and asked him what he saw and what I could do differently. He was direct. He called out that he suspected I behaved the same outside of class and it would negatively affect my wife, my children, my coworkers, and my friends. I agreed and asked him what to do to change it. He told me to read your Bible. Everything you need is in that book. He told me to talk with my friends. I told him I have no friends and haven't for over a decade. He said again, read the Bible and do what it says. Then he asked me a question that was a punch to the gut. Do you really think that your problems are different or harder than what Moses or David had to go through? If so, then I'm really sorry for you. What a horrible way to live. That's what Striker Cade said to him. And he said he welled up, his chin was quivering, and he had never been talked to like that. He had never had somebody be that honest with him. That's when he felt Yah in his heart and his head saying, this is what you needed to hear, and this is the person you needed to talk to. The class concluded. I walked up to Striker Cade and thanked him for speaking with me. He looked for speaking with me. Since then, I've been reading the scriptures and following along with TJ's Bible study on YouTube. I am through Leviticus 18 and Matthew 7. My attitude with my wife and my children is leaps and bounds better. Though I still don't have friends, I've shed my anxiety and reached out to ministries around me and started volunteering with my children's schools in order to meet people. He said, if you've read this far, thank you, Refuge, for teaching me how to stop, if not slow the clock until medical help arrives. Thank you for sharing your passions to teach people the fine art of how to not die. Thank you for having such incredible people in your community willing to share their time and experience with us. And thank you, Yah, for giving me what I needed. Perfect timing, Striker Cade. Instead of what I wanted was a chance to talk with TJ. RT was, Refuge training was too. Yah used it to save my life. Grateful, Matthew. Wow. I read that email this morning and I was like, it is so much more than just training people on how to stop the bleed when you come to Refuge training. We have so many spiritual talks when you want to have them. We have lunch breaks. During lunch breaks, we don't just go hide off in the corner and then come back out and walk on stage when it's time for class. All of us really tried to do a good job about hanging out and talking to people and really having those moments of discussion, because you never know what Yah is doing. You never know till you're in that moment who Yah wants you to talk to, what kind of situations they're going through. I know that I've learned so much, and actually you guys have inspired me through training classes where I've actually been one of the helpers and cadre admin people, with just side conversations I've had with you. I've met some really cool people. I've had some awesome experiences and friendships that will last a lifetime just because you guys decided to travel across the country or travel down a few states to come hang out with us and to learn how to stop the bleed. So make sure, if you get the opportunity, I promise you it will be well worth it. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say oh, I didn't get anything out of class, I didn't learn, I was falling asleep, death by PowerPoint. That is not us. If you have ever watched any of the videos and, teasers that we have shown about class, not class whatsoever. We have a PowerPoint, we read off of it, we show a few videos and slides, but we do a lot of hands-on training. My chat keeps closing. I don't get to see the people. Let's see. What won on the polls?
Let's see. The official winner was the Bear Fac at 35%.
Oh, Striker Cade's here. Hi, Striker.
The Op Vac came in second at 26, and the Adventure at 23%, and the SOB at 15.
So what'd you say won? Sorry, I was reading the chat.
Oh, Bear Fac won at 34%, Op
Okay.
Vac 26,
Okay.
Adventure at 23, and SOB at measly 15.
Little by little. I wonder if belt. That's another one I was thinking, because it's an on the person, but
yeah.
Okay. Striker Cade, March will be here before we know it. I know, I'm so excited for the Ruckus. If you guys don't know what the Refuge Ruckus is, look it up, refugeruckus.com. It is a super awesome event that we are hosting again in March here in Fort Smith. Matt Bear, you found beef bacon. That is awesome. I am so excited. I know that I was going to get everybody hooked when I made beef bacon that morning and served you guys breakfast after class, because beef bacon is outranks pork bacon any day. It is awesome. I'm so glad you found it. I know it's sometimes hard to find. I actually had somebody say that they found it at Sam's. It's it's not always there, but they have seen it there. And I was like, oh, that's awesome.
I'm weird. I like the smoked turkey bacon.
I know. Turkey bacon. I've never had the smoked turkey bacon.
You have to have the right brand, because the Oscar Mayer is garbage.
Yeah.
But there's a brand called Sam's Choice, and they do a smoked thick cut. So it's this wide.
Oh.
That one is really good.
Okay.
And it's not as fatty. There's not as much fat on it as the beef bacon.
Yeah.
It's not as greasy. Ooh, that's just making me think of Sakote.
I know.
Can't wait
Sakote is coming.
Cannot wait to grill and eat
We have
food.
all of our fall feast days. Praise Yah moves on the hearts of BMP companies to
Peanut
sponsor
butter
the tug of
companies.
war. At least Striker Cade is on Team Creamy with me. I mean, if it's just the two of us, I know there's more, but Team Creamy is totally gonna win.
You know what?
Calling now.
I don't even like peanut butter that much.
Then you just say
I
you're Team
love-
Creamy, Lauren.
I love peanut butter.
Yeah.
I just think it's unhealthy.
Peanut butter?
In terms of yeah. Because aflatoxin.
Kroger has
and all
beef
that stuff.
bacon? That's awesome.
All the time. University Town, so lots of no pork faults here. University Town.
Nice.
Oh yeah, yeah. University
I
Town
might
probably
do
a lot
the
of
ER
vegan
in
stuff,
March.
right?
Yeah, so we're looking at trying to put a class somewhere near the Ruckus, depending on timing. And I know I've heard talks that were throwing around the idea of doing the night course with Nightfall Optics again, like we did last year, if you guys were a part of that.
Oh,
Team
okay,
Dark
okay.
Chocolate? No, Rick. Milk chocolate. Milk chocolate all
I've
the
had,
way.
Hemi said Sam Club webpage, God Shall's Angus steak uncured
Okay.
beef bacon. I'm pretty
It
sure
must be new.
Trader Joe's used to carry the God Shall's
Okay.
beef bacon. That's a good point, Striker K. Do not eat peanut butter with hydrogenated vegetable oil. If you're buying like Jif and stuff like that, it is just garbage.
I'm sure that's all that's in my cabinet. We're working on it, okay?
You know what? It's slow. It's like when Steph was like, okay, which of the dyes should I give up
Yeah,
first?
we
We're
don't
like,
do
no,
dyes.
Just do no dyes stuff.
We
no
automatically
dyes.
do no dyes, no soda,
Yeah.
like very little candy. And if they get candy, they can't have dyes in it, which is really hard to buy candy without dyes in it. But we really try to do a recipe.
All right,
and
quit.
Publix
I can't-
carries.
I'm getting really hungry. I'm on Whole30, you guys, so I can't have sugar or like bread or like basically it's like fruits, vegetables, meat.
Like real food.
Real food. Yes, that's why it's Whole30, and you basically don't eat
Whole
anything that could be
food?
causing like inflammation or anything like that. But it's day 8, and today is like I'm hungry today. I'm like, dang it.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm fine. I will go home. I'll eat
No
good
corn
food.
syrup. Yeah, if we just threw everything in the chat that you shouldn't eat, it would be on. It'd
We
be
have
endless.
like an hour of.
I love seeing you guys throw in that you're coming to the Refuge Ruckus. So if you guys are gonna come in March to the Refuge Ruckus,
Here,
just go ahead
do
and
a
throw it in the
poll.
chat.
No, I'm gonna do a poll.
I'm excited. Oh, sorry, Lauren's doing a poll. She's fancy.
Will you be at the Refuge?
I saw Brenda's
Ruckus?
coming and Rick's
Brenda, we
talking
love
about doing
you.
class in March. I said yes to the poll.
I mean,
I'll be
I'm
there.
gonna be there too.
Hi, Terry.
So. Oh my god.
You gonna
Bye,
come do that
Terry.
dance on the camera? No? Aww. Terry is one of the guys on our sew team, and he is a goofball, and we love him. We'll have to like catch his little moments, Lauren, and use them as little reels so that people
Yes.
get to know Terry on the backside.
Can you guys see the poll? No one's voting, and I'm wondering if it got messed up because I had to refresh my screen.
I can't click on it.
Okay,
It's already.
I'm gonna redo it then.
It's going.
Let's fix that.
Shop stuff will be here. Matt will be here. Heather said she's gonna say a prayer for the hangry Lauren.
Thank you, Heather.
Talking about camping again for the Ruckus. There are several camping locations, RV spots, hotels, depending. There's so much in Fort Smith for your budget. Just pick what you want to do, and I promise you'll be able to find somewhere. And you'll probably be able to find people who are there in the area doing it with you and staying. Remote Rucker, that's also an option. That is awesome. And I know 12th C is doing something in Missouri, right, Lauren? Isn't he
Is
doing
it?
a ruck at the Capitol?
Yes.
At the same time?
I don't remember if it's the same time or not. It might be.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Striker Cade's there. I saw you said that
Ben's
you're pretty much
coming.
healed, right?
Yeah, I
Praise
did see
Abba.
that, which I'm excited because I was hoping you were going to be healed in time to be on Team Creamy. That's why I was like, oh, glad you're coming. Oh, let's see. I wouldn't mind. Yeah, tent camping.
Sup, it's gonna be 40th
Aw,
birthday.
happy birthday then. We'll be
Yeah.
excited to hang out with you and spend time
I don't
then.
mind tent camping there. Would love the whole family to do a night scenario. Oh, aren't we doing something for a night? Aren't we gonna have a training, a night training?
For the Ruckus?
Yeah.
No, it's the
The nods.
yeah, it's the scenario with the nods, but it's more of like a nods, not as much a medical training. It's
Yeah.
more to test nods and see, going through a scenario with them. But I know we're talking about doing the FTX again, a little differently, obviously way better, way cooler, Labor Day weekend next year. And we have several essential responder classes coming. I think we're working on putting the full 2-day class in April. So make sure you keep an eye out for that because we have lots of things in the works. Surgery is Friday, but I'm already walking around just fine. Well, we'll be praying for you, Striker, on Friday. Make sure you keep us updated. Oh, did you keep it in your bag?
No, but I'm missing the back scratcher
It's
it's somewhere in someone's purse.
no, it's right there, Lauren. I see it right in front of you.
Come get it, Mike. He's using the American flag.
Oh, Tommy Salter, I'm excited to see you next week. You'll be here. It's right here. Okay, we have any other questions? It's already 2:04, and I have
my
to get back to
gosh.
work. I have endless amounts of things to do, it seems
Yeah.
like, and I need to get some things up in the store so that you guys can check them out.
And
we
that
have
means that
some.
I have to get them up in the file. for
We
you to
have
get them in the
some
store.
bundles coming. I'll tell you that, which I'm
What?
hoping to release by the end of this week. Some bundle packages, and we are also working on some kits. They will be refill kits, but they are going to go into some cases that you would use on work sites. They are going to go
Oh, those are so
into.
cool.
They are cool, and we've kind of teased them before, and we didn't get permission from the two companies to be able to sell the cases with the kits in them. So we're just going to sell you the kits
so much
of the
stuff.
components and show you where they go and how we're packaging them and how it's laid out. And then you guys can just buy the case, and you can buy the kit from us and be able to have it on the job site. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. Hemi said, tell Ren to give Mike a good game. Hemi said, tell Ren to give Mike a good game, in quotations.
I'm pretty sure that means a good game.
Good. You got to give it to Ren, though, not yourself.
Oh, there he is. Hold on. I'll smack my bitch.
I'm so glad you guys couldn't hear that. I don't think you
hear
could.
that.
When can we get the new swag? Those patches are awesome. What's next? We're working on swag. It's coming. We
I
got.
think we need a hat.
So
we
the
need a really good
beanies
hat.
are coming back for the winter. I did get
Yay!
permission. The beanies are coming back. They will just have the Refuge Medical logo on them this time. So those will be back up in the store for purchase soon. And we have several things coming. So just keep an eye out on the newsletters, on our socials, and on the website, because we always are innovating and releasing new things that are things you guys have been asking for. Most things don't just show up on the website without you guys asking or looking for something to fulfill the need.
I do have something.
Yes.
So we have something that's going to be released soon for new customers, and this will be a great way for you as Refuge Nation to help spread the word. We're going to have a giveaway for new customers where they can win 2 training kits and get the training PDFs. A lot of you guys have already gotten the training PDFs, and you guys have been to training and all of that. We want to get this stuff into new hands, new eyeballs. So whenever that is up and running, I'll share the link for you guys to share out to your friends. All they have to do is put their email in. They get the free scenarios. They get entered in to win, and we're going to be drawing, I think, in November.
Yes.
And it's a bear fac and 2 trainer kits.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that. And I know Fo answered it in the chat, but the Refuge Ruckus will be back at the same place here in Fort Smith, Arkansas. So it was so great to see you guys. I love hanging out with y'all in the chat every week, and I enjoy being here on camera to be able to interact and hang out and answer any questions you have. So if you have any more that I didn't answer or that come across, make sure you call us. Our phone number is on the website under the Contact Us tab. There's phone number, there's email, there's the live chat. You will get a real human. Every time you will get one of our staff members in this office, and sometimes you might even get TJ because he also hangs out in the chat sometimes. So thank you guys so much for being here, and we look forward to seeing you next Wednesday.
Prepare your ears. Here comes the outro.